The reason why I didn't post yesterday, honestly, is because I had an exam. Whee! And the exam went terribly. And we had a mock exam yesterday. I didn't have the real exam, thank God. Gosh, I don't even know where to start. But during this program, during the 6.5 years, that I'll be doing this program by the time I finish, and the amount of hours and effort and everything that it takes to put in, when something doesn't go your way, if something doesn't go to plan, if you might do a task that you felt like you'd really put a lot of effort into and the feedback was terrible, at some point in your apprenticeship journey you are going to experience some kind of discouragement, some kind of failure, some kind of mishap. You would have done something wrong, whether it be in university. One of the weeks I literally read the wrong chapter, completely wrong chapter, and took the test and I was like, where did this information come from? I really just want to be here to say that at some point you will fail. At some point you will struggle. At some point you will find things challenging and difficult, and that is literally just a part of life. I was thinking about how I even got to this point where one of the most discouraging things that I have ever experienced from like an educational perspective is when, and not everyone experiences this, but I have a few times, is when you put literally so much energy and work and effort into something. You have literally tried your absolute hardest, your best, like you've really put energy into this thing and you fail. And at some point, for me personally, it happened enough times for me to like bounce back really quickly. So I received those results yesterday. I cried a bit. I did not sleep, I'm not even gonna lie. I think I slept like 4 hours. I woke up, tidied my whole apartment. Okay, your girl looks sweet or whatever. I have my Biscoff and my hot chocolate. And at some point, whether it be in the apprenticeship, whether it be outside of the apprenticeship, a realization needs to be had that failure does not last forever. Difficulties do not last forever. And I think it's even healthy to like be in that emotional state for a little bit, just to appreciate what has happened. I think even if you get like really bad feedback or something just doesn't really go your way, it's wise to be in that moment and to recognize how you got here so that you don't keep making the same mistakes over and over again. And it can be really hard to pull yourself out of it, especially for my high achievers, people who literally wrap their identity into the thing that they failed in. And sometimes when you fail, it feels like you are a failure and you're just not good enough. All of these lies, I'm gonna call it for what it is, that flood into your brain when actually you failed at that particular thing, or at that, it could even be an apprenticeship application. You failed in that particular process at that firm. That does not make you a failure. Even if you failed at 50 applications or 70 applications. I failed so many applications before I got my degree apprenticeship. And that didn't make me a failure. Being a failure means that you're taking that failure on as your personality and identity, and you're knitting yourself with the thing that went wrong and who you are, when in actual fact you can separate that action from who you are, So I don't know if this is encouraging, but I think it's helpful for me honestly to just remind yourself that things do get better, and when things don't go the way that you'd hoped or expected them to, sometimes it's just an evaluation. You just need to sit down, and evaluate how something went wrong, how you got to this stage. I've always said in so many videos that things go wrong. Things don't go to plan. A few people have died, and I honestly, not gonna lie, just don't really react to death that well. People have been ill, going in and out of hospital. Like, it's been quite a busy period for me from a personal perspective. And so, of course, grace is afforded. It's not like I did something and it just went terribly, but I literally just wanted to share that. And this is probably gonna be the end of the video, but never give up. I think that's how I wanted to round it up. Never give up. Don't you know, comparison your way out of what you're doing. Don't think because somebody else is doing it or somebody else is better than you, or, you know, they maybe barely put any work in and they're getting way more results than you. Like, everybody works and operates differently. Everyone is on a different playing field. Not everyone's even doing the same thing, even if it looks like they're doing the same thing. There is a grace that each person has. They have a power to be able, a strength to be able to do the tasks that are before them. So, you know, what's on your plate might not be able to be handled by somebody else, but you can. And I think be gentle with yourself as well, especially in the face of failure, and try not to be around people who are you know, really promoting the fact that you really needed to work harder, because the reality is you did the work that you did and we're here with the results. So really, from a point of failure, and when you do fail, the next question should really be, how did I get here and how can I move forward, rather than looking back with a regretful lens, because I think that can be not only harmful for your, I don't even want to say your confidence, but your ability to move forward and progress. You can really stay in a place of, you know, anxiety and depression and even embarrassment. But the reality is everybody fails at something. So anyway, that's my 2 cents on failure. And it's so interesting because I was literally going to come here and be like, oh my gosh, guys, like, you know, this. I was going to come with mad energy, but now that I'm filming this video, I'm super calm and I'm just like, you have to keep going. You have to keep moving forward, because if you stop in the place of failure, you're restricting your own ability to grow. Anyway, that's all I have to say to any apprentice who's out there. Listen, we've all made mistakes. To any aspiring apprentice, we've all been rejected from different companies and different things. To the apprentices who are on their way to finishing their degree or their program, congratulations. And, you know, if you didn't get all the marks on your module, at least you finished. There's loads of apprentices. You should actually, I don't even know what it is, but the statistic for the amount of apprentices that don't finish their apprenticeship is super high. In the grand scheme of things, I just want to encourage you to keep going. Sending you all my love, and yeah, I'll see you in the next video.